Okay, so let's move on to our third lesson on creating amazing piano arrangements for your vocalist, for your band, for yourself. Let's take a look at now a common chord progression that we're going to play. You'll play it only like 2 to 3 million times in your lifetime as a pop musician. So we're going to go like this: 1, 6, 4, 5. Okay, so 1 chord to the 6th chord to the 4 chord to the 5 chord. Dig it. What I'm going to do first is talk about voice leading. There are 2 basic rules with voice leading. When I talk about voices, I'm talking about the reason we call them voices is because everything we're doing here started as choral music. So we refer to all of these notes on the piano as different voices, right? We're playing a chord that has 3 voices in it. So as a singer, you follow 2 basic rules in the choir. Number 1, you want it to move as little as possible, because as a singer, if you have to leap all over the place, it's really difficult to sing. So we're going to move as little as possible in the right hand. Rule number 2 is you're going to keep common tones between each chord. So if I'm moving from the 1 chord down to the 6th chord, the 2 common notes are the C and the E. I'm in C major. So therefore, the only note that is allowed to move from my C chord to my 6th chord or A minor chord is this top G. This G is going to move as little as possible and get up to the A. So here I'm moving C down to A minor. Notice I moved as little as possible and I kept these 2 common tones. Now I'm going to move from the A minor up to the 4 chord, which is the F major. And I'm going to move a single voice up. Again, the rule is to move as little as possible and to keep your common tones. My 2 common tones were these 2 guys. A minor up to F major. And then finally I'm going to move to G major. There are no common tones between F and G, but I can move as little as possible by going up like this. From F to G. Or I can go like this: F to G, F to G. Now watch that in action. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dig it. So that time I moved all the way up the piano and I followed my 2 basic rules of keeping common tones and moving as little as possible. Boom.